candidates, and I thought, how can I do this in sort of fair random way? And I decided to go in order, alphabetical order, of the last letter of your first name. I thought that's random enough. So that means Joel, Navin, Jafar.
Right, okay. Well, thank you very much, Pam. It's a great pleasure to be here with Brent Friends of the Earth. We were a little late with our invite, but I'm very glad that we're here alongside the other parties as well to contribute to this very important debate about air quality where we are in Brent and in London in general. So air quality is something that really matters to me personally. As a councillor for Bronsbury Park, just down the road here, I've been involved in a number of initiatives to encourage and promote cleaner air in our environment. Only yesterday I was at a meeting with my friends at Willesden Temple where they are involved in a redevelopment plan that has encountered some opposition from local residents, but where I have stepped in to try to offer a workable solution whereby the temple themselves have offered to plant trees in the surrounding roads as a proactive gesture. And I think that this is a wonderful example of the kind of progressive developments that can occur when those who are trying to develop can engage with the community and can make offers and concessions to improve the air quality all around us. I've also helped to the residents' associations in Tiverton Green to secure additional funding from Brent Council to plant trees, and I think we cannot stress enough the need to have trees around us in London. They are the lungs of London, and they are what we all thrive on, and this is a way that we will, one of the ways that we will protect our air quality. I'm also very privileged to be standing for the London Assembly as a candidate, alongside a candidate for Mayor, Zach Goldsmith, who is as green as you could possibly get. So I'm very lucky to be able to also announce a host of policies similar to the very one-sided announcement you heard from our Member of Parliament. There is no stronger advocate for green policies in London than Zach. This is a man, as we all know, who could have done anything with his life whatsoever. But he chose at a young age to devote himself to green causes. He's been campaigning on that ever since he got involved in politics, and he continues to campaign on that. So, some of the pledges that I am helping Zach to promote across London are that we want to ensure that every Londoner lives within 10 minutes of a green space. I think this is very important, and this will really help to improve the air quality for everyone. We also want, of course, to create additional pocket parks. So one of the ones that I really enjoy is on Tubbs Road. We have another one there on just off Kilburn High Road, off Willesden Lane. Zach has made a pledge to create 200 extra pocket parks. These are a great example of mini lungs, if you like, for London, and they give local people the chance to enjoy some green space and some fresh air. And I think that's a great thing that we need to encourage. We also need to ensure that big developments that are coming up, we have some very exciting developments coming, such as Old Oak Common. We need to make sure that the public enjoy the benefits of those developments. So Zach has a policy, an urban right to roam. So all residents in green spaces that are built on big developments have a right to enjoy those green spaces free of charge. It's also important that we look to make London a national park city. Another strong pledge from Zach that I fully support and that I would lobby for intensively were I to be elected as the member of the London Assembly for Brent and Harrow. More locally, I think it's essential that we look to clean up our capital. One of the reasons that I got involved in local politics here was that I was appalled at the litter and the dirty streets and the council's inability here to seemingly deal with it. This was an extreme frustration, and it continues to this day. I get email after email from residents who complain about the litter, the dog mess, and the lack of ability from this council to deal with that. So we have a very clear target here under the Conservatives we want to tackle all fly tipping and litter within 24 hours. This is a target that Brent is currently woefully short of, according to the residents and according to my own observations. And I think that it is essential to create a cleaner environment on the ground, and these are the short steps that we can take to improve the environment for everyone. A further thing that we can do is I think we need to encourage more recycling in our city. And one of the reasons that recycling rates are low in our city is because when people move from one borough to another in London, there's often a completely different set of standards required for how they deal with their waste. Brents are constantly tinkering with different bins, and so are other boroughs. I think we need to harmonise that so there is one set of collection standards across London, and so that will encourage recycling in our city. Furthermore, cleaning our air. It is essential that we have cleaner transport that everyone can use. Another local campaign that I applauded was that of the Kensal Rise Residents Association, who campaigned recently, collected signatures, 1,400 signatures actually, an extraordinary number, regarding the buses around Kensal Rise Station. These are dirty, there are too many of them, and they are affecting the air quality in a thriving, bustling shopping area. Now, we have an incumbent assembly member who has done very little on this, unfortunately. But again, as a local resident, I live a few hundred yards away from Kensal Rise Station. I would personally pledge to ensure a far more sustainable environment for the buses in Kensal Rise. There are some really good ideas that I've heard from many people about how to deal with this. I think we need to look at where the buses stop. I think there are far too many buses that go around that area of Kensal Rise. They could be stopping in where there's more space, such as nearer to the Sainsbury's supermarket, for instance, or in other areas. So we need to really be imaginative, and we need to push hard and fight hard for these changes. That comes from the personal application of politicians. It comes from hectoring and badgering people like our poor officers here to make sure that they do more. This is something that I am personally very committed to. I feel that in Brent there is not enough of a personal commitment from our politicians to get things done and to improve air quality. We hear a lot of platitudes, such as those we've heard from the Member of Parliament, and I'm sure we'll hear a few more from our incumbent Assembly member. But what we need is actual action on the ground. That is what I would be absolutely committed to. I've been committed to it in my own small way as a borough councillor in Bronsbury Park, and I greatly applaud Zach Goldsmith's commitment to green issues across London. I was also interested to hear about diesel. I totally agree. Diesel is a dangerous thing that is causing a lot of problems for people, and really is not helping air quality whatsoever. This, of course, was originally Gordon Brown's big idea, the Labour Prime Minister, and so I think we need to really scrap a lot of these incentives for diesel that came in, and we need to move to a much lower emissions environment. And we also have things like tougher rules for HGVs. These are also important, as well as providing funding to retrofit cabs so that they can become greener. Finally, we do need to take a leadership position on tackling climate change. Zach has pledged to back a solar revolution in our capital, with a target of 200,000 homes to be solar powered over the decade. And we want to ensure that developers meet the new zero carbon home standard and prioritise solar. There's also great opportunities to ensure that waste heat from the tube and from businesses is channeled into providing affordable heating for London's homes. So overall, as a Conservative politician, I am dedicated to ensuring a cleaner, more prosperous, more pleasant environment for everyone. That is the reason that I got involved in politics. As I said, I have a number of projects since being elected as a councillor in 2014 that I've worked on that have had that one specific aim. And I have a record of delivery in my own small way as a councillor that I would like to use, and I would like to use the platform of the London Assembly with all those tools to make even more of a difference, because I think it's such a shame that we've not been able to make that difference so far in Brent, certainly. And I give you my personal commitment that I will work tirelessly to continue to see the improvements that we've seen in environmental policies across London under Boris, and we will see that with Zach these will be doubled or even tripled, because no man is more committed to improving the environment of London than Zach Goldsmith. So I'm very happy to take any other questions about my approach to cleaning up our air locally, or indeed the Conservatives' policies on green issues later on. But thank you very much for now.
Thank you. Thank you.